Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video. And for today's video I decided it was time to do an updated Australian horror / Ozploitation movie collection video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I actually got inspired by a fellow YouTuber by the name of Adam Paul Beaumont. His link will be left in the description box below, so please check him out. He's a fellow Australian, and he recently started a bit of a series where he's going to be reviewing some Australian movies, some Australian horror films, and he definitely inspired me to start going through my Australian horror movie collection. So I do have a few videos planned out for the future, some reviews, a top 10 list eventually, but for today I just wanted to do an updated collection of all my Australian / Ozploitation titles. Going through my collection because I have them all over the place. I'm pretty sure this is everything. So let's get started. Now the first few I'm going to show I have not seen yet because they are recent purchases. So if you've seen these first few, let me know. No Through Road. I've been wanting this for a while. Found it cheap on eBay and haven't really heard too much about it. It is low budget, so hopefully it's good. This one I've heard a little bit about, and everything I've heard hasn't really been overly great, but that's Out of the Shadows. This was filmed about half an hour away from where I live, so I decided to give it a go, so we'll see. This is another one. It's a pretty recent release, Lost Gully Road. I believe this was filmed down in Victoria, and don't really know too much about it, but it does sound pretty good. Upgrade, which I've been hearing a lot of amazing things about, so really looking forward to this one. And Cargo, which I've also heard really good things about. This is a post-apocalyptic movie, so looking forward to checking those out. Anyway, on to the rest of the collection now. So this isn't a movie, it's a documentary, but if you are an Ozploitation fan, I highly recommend it, and that's Not Quite Hollywood. Really interesting documentary covering Ozploitation from the 70s and 80s. The Killage, one of my favourite low-budget independent slasher films. This was filmed up in Queensland, and this one is really good. Blood Moon, this is from the early 90s. It is a slasher, however it does have a lot of sort of soap opera elements, which kind of takes me out of the film. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Then we have Nightmares, which is an 80s slasher, which is pretty bad. Unfortunately, a lot of the really early 80s horror films from Australia aren't that great, at least in my opinion, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, so that's Nightmares. Next up we have Cut, which is a 90s slasher film. This one's pretty underrated. This one's really good. I like the premise. It's basically a killer stalking a horror movie set, which I really like, and the ending's really good as well. Scare Campaign, this one's one that I don't really hear get mentioned a lot. It's really good. Pretty interesting take on the slasher genre, kind of like a reality TV show style, but it's done really well, and yeah, it's really good. The Tunnel, this one was filmed down in Sydney, and it's set underground. Really atmospheric, this one. The Clinic, this is another one that I don't really hear get mentioned too much. It's really good though, quite unique and different. Fortress with Rachel Ward, this is a classic. Really good one. Dying Breed, this one's just okay. It's not the greatest. Blackwater, this is a really good creature feature. Definitely recommend it. Next of Kin. This recently got released on Blu-ray from Umbrella Entertainment. I don't think I'll bother picking up that Blu-ray because I'm not a big fan of this movie. A lot of people seem to like it though, but it's too slow for my liking. Red Christmas. This is a slasher film. It's alright. It's not the greatest, but it's not absolutely terrible either. Turkey Shoot. This one's an Ozploitation classic. Absolutely fantastic movie. Hopefully Umbrella Entertainment release this one on Blu-ray at some point. This is a double feature. Kadaitcha, which is really good. It's a Aboriginal themed horror movie because it has a lot of Aboriginal tales and sort of mythology is the word that I was trying to think of. But yeah, Kadaitcha is really good. Innocent Prey is a slasher style movie starring PJ Souls, but it's pretty slow. So out of the two, I definitely recommend Kadaitcha. And last for the DVDs is Acolytes. This was filmed up in Queensland, Sunshine Coast. This one's okay, kind of a serial killer type movie. The biggest issue that I did have with this movie though were the characters. Yeah, the teenage characters were kind of annoying, but still though, it was pretty good. Okay, now we'll move on to the Blu-rays. This is another Ozploitation classic, Dead End Drive-In. Highly recommend this one. Fair Game, which is another classic. This one's really good. Long Weekend, another Ozploitation classic from the 70s. Really good, kind of Animals Gone Wild type of movie. Really good. Vampire film Thirst. It's been a while since I have seen this one, so I don't really remember too much about it. Snowtown. This is based on a true serial killer case in South Australia. The Snowtown murders. Absolutely phenomenal film. If you're a fan of serial killers and you haven't seen this one, this comes highly recommended. Storm Warning. This is a really good revenge type movie, and when the revenge sequences kick in, they're pretty gruesome and gory. So definitely recommend this one. Boar. I'm sure most people are familiar with this one. This one came out this year. A lot of people aren't big fans of this one. I don't know why. I thought it was fantastic. It had some great Aussie humour. And yeah, it was just an overall really solid creature feature. Daddy's Little Girl. This one is a really good revenge movie. Pretty brutal. Hounds of Love. This movie is absolutely amazing. Like Snowtown, this is based on a true life crime case from Perth, Australia in the 80s. A couple would kidnap girls, rape them and murder them, so this movie is loosely based on that. But yeah, this was absolutely phenomenal. So this one gets my highest recommendation. If you have not seen this yet, definitely check it out. That's Hounds of Love. Next up we have The Horseman, which is another really good revenge film. Again, pretty brutal in parts. The Loved Ones, which I'm sure most people have seen. This one's awesome. Rogue. This one is a really good croc creature feature. Pretty good croc effects, and the crocodile is huge. The Reef, this is my favourite shark movie next to Jaws. So well done. They used real sharks for this one, and there's some really tense situations. Red Ink, if you're a fan of Office Space, I definitely recommend checking this one out. This is pretty unique and different. It's set in a office, and the manager's kind of gone bonkers and holds the office workers hostage, and there's a bit of torture and stuff involved as well, but this one's really good. Next up we have Patrick. This is the remake. Not too bad. Patrick the original, which is okay, but a little bit slow, but not too bad. Then we have Road Games with Jamie Lee Curtis. Classic. Dark Age with John Jarratt. Another croc creature feature, and probably Australia's best crocodile creature feature. This one's really good. Then we have Body Melt, another Ozploitation classic from the 90s. The Babadook, this one's really good. Charlie's Farm, awesome slasher. If you're a fan of the Hatchet series and you have not seen this yet, definitely check it out. Lady Stay Dead, this one is from either the 70s or the early 80s, I don't 100% remember. Wolf Creek, absolutely amazing. I'm sure everyone has seen this by now. Wolf Creek 2, really awesome sequel. Wormwood, this is a awesome zombie film, basically Mad Max meets Dawn of the Dead. And lastly, another zombie film which takes a weird sci-fi turn towards the end is Undead. Alrighty, so there you go. That was my Australian horror / Ozploitation movie collection. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Also, let me know what some of your favourite Australian horror movies are. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.